just yet. We still have, we're only 23 minutes into this VOD that they're doing, and it's 53 minutes and 16 seconds long, so we still got a good chunk to go. But we just gotta chop it up for YouTube. Alrighty, people of YouTube, welcome back. My name is Dreadsbreads. I'm sure the people over here on Twitch are tired of me saying this, but I gotta do it. We're back at it with World Championship of Warhammer Preview. We've had some very nice models so far. We just got done with the Horus Heresy stuff, and now we're going into, I forgot what he said, but let's watch. Ooh, we've got some Unga Bungas guys here. Warhammer. Yep, Warhammer Age of Sigmar. Ooh, got some new bloated. Ooh, I like that model. We've seen that model before. Is this a new warband? Or are they just showing off orcs and goblins? I do like those guys. I would like to get some of those guys and convert them into 40k orcs, but we've got the Hob something Ironjaw Big Mob Spearhead. Alright, so these are spearheads. Gotcha. Here comes the war.
War clans are here for the Mortal Realms, the brand new battle tone, cool new models, and lots of other things we'll have a look at in a second as well. What's nice here is the rules team have taken the chance to separate the factions out. So in that book, the Cruel Boys and the Ironjaws are two separate factions, essentially two different armies that share a couple of things in common throughout the book as well, which is nice.
Very nice.
And up first, part of that is this new boss towers. We can see here as well, this is the new faction terrain for the ORKS. It's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, always very cool. So this is the Scare Gob Totem. So this is the Cruel Boys version of this, whereby they'll put these up around their territories to indicate, you know, this is mine. Oh,
I just noticed he has a little friend there. He's got Bob's head hanging there. That's a very nice trophy.
They have a habit of sort of whispering, because it's not just a little watchtower. This is wrapped up in the winds of magic, and say an enemy army is approaching, they'll hear these whispers, the mists will start up, they might get lost in the fog, or you could put a boss up there to amplify everything.
You can put a boss up in both of these towers, but they'd become a shouty boss. And they have various rules that go alongside them. Let's have a look at the Ironjaws version. This is the Boss Rock Tower.
This guy with his evil drumsticks.
Tower here, but a bit less subtle, perhaps.
Yes, whereby the Cruel Boys might have, you know, a bit of thought, a bit of planning, because they're the Morky element. The Ironjaws are the Gorky element, and this is where basically the War Chanter has found a rock he really likes, or it's saturated in war energy, and rather than be a watchtower necessarily, the boss can go up here and can literally bully the winds of magic.
He does, yeah. A shouty boss inside the Boss Rock Tower gets the aggressively bossy rule to literally boss around the enemy army, which is really nice as well. So faction train coming with the ORKS very soon. That's really cool. Also, we have the new manifestations here as well. These are the endless spells used by the ORK Warclans, both the Cruel Boys and the Ironjaws. Wizards can use these. And of course, on the right hand side, it's the Foot of Gork, a famous and beloved spell from the background of Warhammer here, and that literally stomps around the enemy army, causing devastation, which is great. The Gork Roarer there, it's got the skull with the mists coming out of it, conjured by wizards to aid them in their magical spells, but at potential risk. Their head could explode if they imbibe too much of the smoke.
Very orky.
Very orky, yeah. The Mork Spit Marsh is the last one here, and this transforms the land into a squelching swamp, which if enemy units go anywhere near, or heaven forbid through, they could be in real trouble. So that's really nice to see new sort of manifestations for the faction. Of course, we've also got the new Spearhead coming for the Ironjaws as well. You've been asking for it, and here it is.
I know these are older models, but I really like these guys, and I would love to kit bash them into 40k orcs. Like, they're just really cool. This guy, I think, actually came from either Blood Bowl, I think. Some of these guys did. They just kind of changed him up. Or no, they weren't, not Blood Bowl. It was 40k. They were the Mad Max dudes. It's the Speed Freaks.
Every time I run an event, someone asks when this one's coming along.
Yes.
And it's right now, a bunch of Ironjaws there, led by a Mega Boss. You've got 2 units of Art Boys, 5 apiece, a unit of 3 Brute Rages, and 5 Brutes for a seriously hitty Spearhead.
That's it. You've got
Very
4 units
nice.
of infantry, so they've got to take a long time to get across the
Yeah,
table.
they really are. Well, you'd think that, but the Mighty Destroyer's battle trait rule lets them move in any hero phase, so they're coming at you in your turn, which is terrifying.
Ooh.
Also, in a game of Spearhead lets them be quite manoeuvrable, which is always a bonus, but not that they think about objectives when it comes to a game of Spearhead. Of course, don't forget the old Spearhead is still legal to use. There'll be a Crawl Boys one there. The Fire and J book still has those in, so you can still use that. There's another new miniature coming here, Alex, the Hobgrot Slitter Boss.
Yes.
What a cool model, this guy. Tell me about that sword. Why is it dripping and whatever that looks like?
So
I don't like his face. His arms are a bit too long and weird. He's got weird, like clawed feet. But I guess he's not like a goblin. He's a hobgoblin, I guess.
these guys basically lead the Hobgrot companies, and so they get the best gubbins, the best weapons, the best scrap, all of that, and they'll tend to grab the biggest weapon because obviously that means you're the best, and they'll slather it in various toxins and stuff,
Nice.
just to guarantee that they win.
Gross.
It's got a really nice rule that ties in with that called Toxic Stash, where once per battle it's got a chance of outright killing an enemy hero on a lucky dice roll, which is really cool. So that's coming to lead your Hobgrots. And also we've got the new Battle Tome, of course, which has everything you've come to expect from a Mortal Realms Battle Tome, all the history of the factions, the characters, their famous battles, lots of information on their battle traits, formations, that sort of thing, all the rules you'll need. The Path to Glory rules are in there too, and split between Ironjaws and Crawlboys, so you can choose which way you want to go. And there's some really nice bits in here as well. One of the armies of renown is the Big War. Previously you were able to mix all your orcs together. Now you can with that army of renown.
Forgot they got the big
Lets you
pig guys.
all of those together, but has specific battle traits, specific enhancements, that sort of thing there as well. And my favourite regiment of renown is called the Hurtling Hogs.
Bring all the swine. All the swine.
Have more grunters in any of the destruction armies as well, which is just really good fun.
That's great.
So there we go. That is the new War Clans coming very soon. And of course we've got something else coming now as well. This is the new Path to Glory book, Alex.
Indeed. So this is Ravaged Coast, and we've previously fought in Hellcrown along the Ravaged Coast, which is basically that region in between the Nor and the rest of Akshi. We've been fighting.
I actually don't follow Age of Sigmar, so I don't know what any of this stuff is. There's some Skaven symbols. I know that there. There's some that's a dwarf symbol. More Skaven symbols here. Skull pile already.
In Emberguard, and we're right here in Hell's Claw, slap bang in the centre there.
That one.
And this is basically a ruined city, previously Khornate, then Sigmarite, and now, up for grabs. And all four factions are basically trying to dig it up, take the Emberstone, and control this very important territory.
Path of Glory, of course, is a way of playing narrative games where you follow your heroes through a path, that go on quests, earning special enhancements, all written into this book. It's a very different and fun way of playing Warhammer Age of Sigmar if you're just used to playing match play. Highly recommended. And this book is chock full of background and bits and pieces for you to play your games at home as well. The Anvil of Apotheosis is in there as well, lets you create your own heroes. And the book actually contains some examples of converted heroes that people have done too, which is really nice to
That
see.
is really cool,
So
actually.
it lets you stretch your hobby muscles as well.
Yeah.
It's a nice different way of playing the game. Now, we've seen the Warhammer 40,000 getting their Grotmas calendar earlier on. Warhammer Age of Sigmar fans will have a similar sort of thing too, as they are beginning getting some holiday downloads too. There's 8 regiments of renown on the way. Again, these will be match play legal. You can use them in your games wherever you want.
So if you missed that first part of the stream, basically there's going to be over 30 days. There's going to be different rules and things that you can download for free over on the website. I believe the Warhammer community website.
Two per Grand Alliance, which is nice. And a regiment of renown is a really nice way of adding other models from different factions into your army.
Yeah, adds a different flavour.
It's a good excuse to paint some cool models. So expect those coming for Grotmas for Warhammer Age of Sigmar, which is cool. But that's not all for Mortal Realms. We've got even more coming.
Ooh! Oh! Bad music. Bad music. All right, what else do we got? A savage swarm of Gits. Ooh! Snarl cavalry. All right, I like this army. I like goblins. Goblins are one of my favorite races besides dwarves. Oh! He's on a big doggo. I really like the helmet and that whatever this thing is supposed to be. I want to call it an iron halo, but I know it's not. Some very, very nice angry doggos and goblins, and oh, I like this. I like this a lot. Very excited about whatever this is. Bulk up your mob. Doom Diver Catapult. I think these used to be in resin. Or they had something like this in resin. Or maybe it was metal. Snarl Boss on War-wheela. Hell yeah. Battle Tome. Gloom Spite Gets, not Goon. Oh, but I like these. These are. I wish I had money, chat, and just space and just loads of money just to buy stuff.
Well, we've seen the Auric war clans, but now their shorter, meaner-spirited cousins are on the way.
Yes.
This is the new Gloomspite Gits coming to the mortal realms. And leading the way are the Gitzmobs, who are these
guys.
Well, it looks like Grots riding giant wolves. Alex, who are these guys?
That's pretty much it. So previously we've been all about the moon clans, but now the Gitzmobs are getting their time in the sun. No pun intended. And basically they hate Glareface Frazzlegit. So this is the lighter fish. Hish and Orgu basically provide the night and day cycle in the realms. However, the lighter fish hurts their beady little eyes. And so they've decided that they're going to take it down. So these guys wear loads of shiny weapons and armor, and that absorbs the lighter fish, hopefully weakening their mortal enemy.
They also use it as a weapon as well, don't they, to
Yes.
against their foes. And we'll see that in a second. Some wonderful.
That's nice art.
I wanted to just re-emphasize, by the way, that the Moon Clan stuff is still in this book.
Oh,
It
yes.
is still 100% good to you, so don't worry, Moon Clan fans, you're still involved. But the Gitmob stuff, let's have a look at some of the new models coming in this army set. Now,
Yes.
these are the Snarlpack Cavalry. We've seen the Snarlpack Riders before.
Yes.
I like these guys. These are really. They're different looking goblins, but I like them. Especially this dude in the back. He's got his mouth covered, but his nose is too big. Nice poses with the doggos. They're not overly stiff and generic. I do like that pose the best though.
The Snarlfang Riders, sorry, which are the sort of the cavalry, but these are even bigger Snarl Wolves with 2 grots on the back rather than 1. Tell me about these guys.
So these are larger Snarlfangs, as you said, and basically the 2 grots on the back have to raise the pup from birth in order to ride it. And this is one of those rare times whereby grots have to work together, because if they don't, chances are they're going to get eaten, or the boss is going to remove them from play.
How many failed Grot teams have there been in the past?
We don't keep count.
I love the fact these mods are covered in spears and spiky bits all over them, and it's just really, really great miniatures for them to charge into combat.
I do agree.
Dazzle, burn, scrap rule sees them strike first if they charge, as they glare their enemies out with it, dazzle them with the light that they've stored.
So you'll notice that as a running theme, particularly with the shields, that they absorb the light of Hish, and as they impact into combat, they basically discharge it and blind the enemy.
Ooh.
Talking of absorbing light and stealing it, this is the Sunstealer Wheeler. This is the new lightweight chariots coming along, built for speed and pulled by the Snarlfangs. They look like they're not just built of normal wood, though.
No, so these things are made out of wicker, and as you said, these are supposed to be really lightweight.
Oh my god, those things are going to be super flammable.
Glareface Frazzlegit, they will, discharge that light, and you've got a very flammable chariot there. So eventually, these things burn up.
They really didn't think about it, did they? Just a wonderful little kit, and it's covered in spikes as well. These things have got a careening destruction rule. They do mortal wounds as they run over enemy units on the battlefield, which is quite good fun, isn't it? But leading.
That's what 40k vehicles need, and Horus Heresy vehicles need. Just to smush people, run them over with your tanks.
The force, the army set we've seen there. This miniature is Drogs the Sun Chomper.
Ooh.
Looks like a big leader for the Gitmob.
It's very nice. He's got, the scarred wolf. This is the guy with the iron halo, different head. I do like his little Warhammer thing there. Very cool.
Who is this guy, Alex?
Indeed, so this guy basically led the Gitmobs from Hish into Akshi during the Age of Chaos. Now, as you can probably think, that was several hundred years ago.
Yep.
Oh,
That
he's
is pretty
old.
for a Grot. And the reality is, he's not very old for a Grot. When the first Drogs got hit by an arrow, his Snarlfang there ran up to the second in command and went, "Go on," and jumped on, and there was a new Drogs. And there has basically been a continuation of various Grots that have taken on the role of Drogs throughout history.
I like
his mount, Jagged Snarl, is actually the one that's been keeping things
so
together
he was
I do like the different head options there. I do like that helmet. Kind of gives me a Conan the Barbarian vibe to it.
born in Hish under the light. He's really intelligent, and he's lasted a very long time. Really, he's the boss.
He's the hero with a cool little grot model that comes on the back for free. Once per battle, you can use the
I like
time
that
to
art.
scarper rule, where these nearby friendly units can run away from combat they are already in, which is nice. Really love this miniature. A really cool background for this one as well. It's maybe not quite as heroic as the miniature Winter Seam,
Yeah, well,
which I like.
You'll notice something in the background of this artwork here.
Ah, you're absolutely right. Flying up in the sky. Look at this. It's the new Gitz
Yes.
Doom Diver Catapult. A wonderful recreation of a classic Games Workshop miniature, the Doom Diver here. We've seen it in Warhammer for 30 years, and here it is with these wonderful interpretation. Huge as well. Alex, why on earth would a grot put on wings and
Well,
get inside this thing?
For a grot to volunteer to be part of the Doom Diver crew, we've got to put a lot of emphasis on the word volunteer there. Rarely does that occur.
Yep.
So basically, he straps on wings, he puts on a metal helmet that again has absorbed the light of
He'll be
Hish, so
fine. He's
upon
got
impact,
wings.
It explodes.
That's
Oh.
devastating. I love the fact there's a little tiny snotling at the back on the
There
mechanism.
is. So the mechanism is so unreliable that the only one that's allowed to use it is a snotling. They're the most expendable of grots.
I love it. The actual damage it does on the battlefield represents how big this miniature is. It's monstrous shooting attack. It does 4 attacks, rend 3, damage 3.
Jeez.
But actually, what's nice is you can re-roll the hits representing the Doom Divers trying to sort of use their wings to lean into the action. And every time you use a re-roll, it loses some rend there. So it's just a really nice little narrative piece and a wonderful miniature, a great centerpiece for your Gitzmobs army. Let's have a look at some heroes on some chariots. This is the
Yay.
Snarl boss on a
Yes.
War-wheeler. Some
Very
Snarl
nice.
bosses prefer riding ostentatious War-wheelers, it appears, rather than riding a Snarlfang.
So the Snarl boss basically has to outsmart one of these alpha Snarlfangs. And if you've managed to get 2, you can get yourself a War-wheeler. They tend to have the best gubbins, the shiniest things. And as you can see, his belly is looking rather large.
Yeah, it's a really nice little nod to some classic Warhammer, isn't it? So you've got quite the paunch on him there, hasn't he? Bless him. Oh, it's a lovely miniature. And up next, we've got the other hero that's also part of the same kit. This is the Frazzle Git Shaman. There's a little wizard there on top of a giant skull. Why is he so high up, Alex?
So the Frazzlegut Shaman, as you can imagine, are obsessed with absorbing the light of Hish, and he's hoping that by being, 7 or 8 feet extra in the air, he might get a little bit of juice. But
Is it
I like his hat.
well, that's debatable. However, being up there, it gives him a really good line of sight. He can see over the mists. He can see all the enemies. So it does help him in the end.
He's got to fall off quite regularly, though, surely. That doesn't look very stable. What a wonderful, wonderful piece. Now, there will be a Gloomspike Git spearhead on the way. A very Snarlfang-themed wolfy spearhead. It's not going to be released for a little while yet, so hold on for that one, folks. But just know it is on the way. But don't forget your current Moon Clan spearhead with all those horrible rock trogloths. I've killed them once. I did it once. That's still legal to use in your game. No problems at all. Let's have a look at the battle tome as well. The last thing we're going to talk about here, the whole new book, everything you want to expect from a battle tome.
Oh, yes.
In the Mortal Realms, packed full of lore, who the Gitzmobs are, covers the battle formations for the Gloomspike Gits, the Gitmob. There's something called a Squiggalanch in there, which is great, and a Trog herd. Yeah, I just have an army of squigs.
Forgot about that. Is that a new model? Maybe. I don't remember. I remember. Oh God, I remember this dude. I actually really like all these. I really do. I don't know which one I like more. This guy here or that dude over there. Oh, he got the 3 guy. Oh. I like me gabos.
Why not? That sounds fun. Painting guides in there too, loads of rules for all the units, and your Path to Glory rules let you raise a Grot or Troggoth hero through the ranks of the Path to Glory, which is just great.
That's very cool.
Really, really cool. It's time to move from one book to another, as we've got some stuff coming from the Black Library.
We do indeed.
Alrighty, to the people over onto the YouTubes, I will see you later. That was a very, very, very long, probably one of the longer VODs for this one. But I will see the people on YouTube later. Twitch, we're not going any.